Hello everybody, it's Palmer Deadbeat, and today we are looking at a game called Mystic Vale. It is a deck building card game that derived from a actual board game, and it's quite a bit of fun to play. I do have both the expansions. There's another expansion coming out in August, but we're going to play without it. We're just going to play strictly the base game. We're going to play with AI units. They're all going to be set to hard, and this is basically just the length of the game. This is your standard, the extended version, and a less than. So let's go ahead and start the match, and I'll kind of show you guys what it's like. Okay, so I'm going second. Okay, so how the game works is basically you continuously draw cards until you see 3 of these red tree symbols, including the card that's on top of your deck. If you see 3 of those red symbols, you automatically stop drawing. So this is what's considered the planting phase. In this phase, we can either try to push our luck and try to get another card out here, flip the card. We don't want 4 red. If we get 4 red icons, that means basically like we bust and we won't be able to play our turn. So I think with my turn though, I'm just going to go ahead and go to the harvest phase, which means we harvest all these blue dots located on the card. It's basically like a mana system, and then you can use that mana to purchase cards. The cost of the card is in the right hand corner. Wildflowers is a pretty alright card, so I think we're going to take that. So let's buy it. Put it here. So how it works, every single card will have a tab on the left hand side. It'll be on the bottom, in the middle, or the top. And so how you play your turn is you buy a card, right? And so let's say I bought this card. It's got a tab in the bottom. That means I could fit it here because there's no card in that slot currently, or I could fit it on a blank slot. But if I were to try to put it on here, it would not go because there's already a card in this bottom slot. So each card can hold 3 slots, a bottom, a middle, and a top. So let's go ahead and end my turn because I've bought that wildflowers. And so how you win is you try to get as many of these. I don't really know what you call them, so I'm just going to call them dice for now. You try to get as many dice as you can. There's 33 blue. Once that hits 0, the game ends, but you're trying to collect dice and have more than anyone else. And there's a couple ways to do this. You can do this by collecting, like if I were to buy this card and put it on my board, the next time I draw it, I would get 1 dice from this dice pool. So it would go down to 32, and it would be added to my blue dice. Now you notice there is also a white dice as well. You will see this card also has a white die. And so these dice are tallied up at the end of the game. So it doesn't actually take from the overall pool, but it does add to your score when the game finally comes to a closure. So let's go ahead and we only have 2. I kind of want to push my luck, but at the same time, if I do push my luck, I'm going to have to at least get to 4 just for that. So I think I'm going to not do anything. I think I am going to just go ahead and take fertiles. Well, I'm going to take a seedling, actually. I'm going to place a seedling there. And so what this card does is it cancels all but 1 red on this card. So if I find another red that goes up top, I might want to slip it in here. So I got 3 mana this turn, that's okay. And so these cards up top, they're a little different. We'll go over them a little later in the game, whenever we are available to actually obtain some. As of right now, we're not, so. Okay, so we have 3 mana. I think I'm going to take the Field of Flowers again. And I guess I could just put the Field of Flowers into a blank spot here. That's probably fine. Try not to push my luck too much, but. And the turn order is always randomized, by the way. But every time someone draws a card from here, it gets replaced. Same with up top. Okay, so let's see. I only have 2 mana, which really isn't that great. But I can go ahead and just do that and buy another seedling and put it on this card. End my turn. So the beginning, it's not very complicated. I mean, you're not going to be getting a whole lot of mana. You're basically just trying to make your deck stronger in the beginning of the game, and that's what you're doing. Stronger so that you can get more dice so you can eventually win. Now, I'm not sure if we are actually going to win this game. I would be happy if we did, but we're going to try. We're going to try. I like to set it to the hardest possible difficulty. Ooh, maybe we should push our luck. Let's do it. We did it, and now we have 4 mana. See, that's what happens. So it pulls another card off, and it flips another card on the top of your deck. If the card on the top of your deck doesn't have a red symbol, you're okay. You just can't see more than 3 of these red symbols. So now that we have 4 mana, I'm going to buy the Moon Wolf. And I might even actually put him on that right there. And so he's going to grant me 2 mana, as well as 1 dice at the end. of the game. See, so now I have 1 dice over here because of that card. Wow, this was a pretty good turn. We got a total of 7 mana here. I kind of wish this Hulking Thornhide was up top, and I would place it on this card here, but it's not. So I think 7 mana is still pretty good, though. The question is, what do we do with this mana? The Will-O-Wisp. So that will give us 2 dice from the pool every time it's drawn after this. Actually, I'm not sure if it's on this turn or not, but we get 1 mana from it and 2. So this is actually a really good card, and we just added it to the thing. So let's see if it does give us 2 dice right at the end of our turn, or if we have to wait until we draw it next turn, which I believe we do, because as you can see, it's grayed out. So let's give it a go. Okay, so it's the next time we draw it, we're going to draw 2 from the pool at the end of our turn. And the game just goes like this until the pool's empty. Once the pool's empty, everyone gets a final turn, and then it's game over. But look at this card art. Is this card art not fantastic? I mean, it's really great. And there's already 2 expansions, and they're coming out with a 3rd. So that's pretty good. If there is something to note, though, this game doesn't seem to have like a whole lot of people playing it. I mean, it's something like you're going to want to have friends to play with, unless you're okay with playing against AI. Personally, I am. Or you could even go onto their Discord and find people that way to play with. Sorry, I was trying to think of what to do here. I might just pull out this plow, possibly. But see, I have 5 mana. Yeah, let's get the plow. We'll just put the plow on the empty card here. That's fine. Okay, let me explain these a little bit. See how this has a green dice here, and it's got the leaves? So if we can find one that has something similar, like if we had multiple cards on the board that were able to fill the slots of these, we could actually pull this card down into our Vale cards deck, which those do specific other things. Like this particular Vale card only gives me 2 dice at the end of the game, but some of them do other things. Like this card. If you were to spoil, I may discard this card and then gain 1 tree, which means basically I won't spoil because these trees counteract the red trees. Green trees counteract red trees. Unfortunately, we don't have any Vale cards yet, so that's okay. So we can either choose to just stick with the fertile soil or try to push our luck and get the hawk. Let's try to push our luck and get the hawk. We were able to do it. We have 5 mana now. Ooh, I might even take... Ooh, now I don't know. These are all pretty good cards. I might take the Hulking Thornhide, but he does give me a red, but he also gives me a yellow. It is a pretty good card. I think that maybe I'm going to take the Hulking Thornhide. Yeah, I'm going to take the whole Hulking Thornhide and I'm going to put him in his own card, then end my turn. Ooh, 9 mana. That was a really good push. Let's see. So we do have a green on board, but that's not enough to buy anything. Unfortunately, we need 2 greens, or a green and a yellow and a green and a brown, which we currently don't have. Okay. But we did get 9 mana, which is simply amazing. So, with my 9 mana, should I buy that stag? That stag does give me 4 dice at the end of every turn every time I draw them, which is super useful since it's still early game. Like, if it's late game, you don't generally care about that too much because you're not going to be drawing that card very often. But since the game is still really early right now, it might be really worth it to actually pull him down and put him in his own little unit. And I did actually pull 3 from the pool that time because of another card I had on board. Unfortunately, this draw, I got pretty crappy draws. I only got 3 mana. Let's see if there's anything for 3 mana here. Fertile Soil. We may push our luck. See if we can at least get 4 and maybe get the Druid Song or the Wolf. Yes, we were able to. So we have 4 mana now. So I guess we can't take the Druid Song. And I don't really want any more red currently at the moment, so I think I might take this wolf, the Moon Wolf, and add him to the Cursed Land here. So he'll give us more mana in the future. Okay, this wasn't a bad draw. This was okay. I'm wondering if I should get the Lifebringer Seed and just cancel all red on this card here, and just get rid of red altogether on this card. But it would kind of be nice to put it like on its own thing. That way... Oh, I can't anyways, actually, and someone else took it. Okay. Well, now I have to think of what I want to do here. Getting the Mindful Owl would be okay. I don't really know what else I want, so let's try to get the Mindful Owl. Okay, good, we got it. So let's take the Mindful Owl, and we will put him... Let's go ahead and add him to the Cursed Land. Okay, we got 7 mana, so that's a pretty good draw. We did get a green, and so at the end of the turn, we're going to pull 1 dice from the pool. So, ooh, if we push one more time, it's possible we could get 10 mana, though. Do I want to push and, like, potentially risk? See, these are the questions you have to ask yourself, because I'm at 7 mana right now. Do I really want to potentially push and possibly waste 7 mana? I really don't know. Let's see what I can do with 7 mana right now. With 7 mana, I can get another Plow, and then I could pick up a Fertile Soil. So I might just do that. I mean, we could pick up a Hulking Thornhide, potentially. It does give us more dice. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick up that Hulking Thornhide. Add it to that card, and then let's also pick up a Fertile Soil. And we will add that to that card, and then end my turn. Okay, so we only got 5 mana here. That's not that good of a draw. We could get the Plow, though, and potentially add it to the Fertile Soil. We are down to 15 dice. So, things are starting to get a little bit scary. I really wish I was able to get Veil cards, but I haven't been getting cards that have these symbols. I have a couple of them, but they just haven't been coming out like I want. And I seem to be almost in last place. See, this is already the final round. Wow. Can't believe this is already the final round. So I might as well just straight up buy the Hawk then, right? Because he gives me 2 at the end of the game. And then end my turn, I suppose. That kind of sucks, though. That went way too quick. That was like over so fast. I did not expect it to go that fast. Okay, so I took 3rd place. I didn't do very well that game, but I was kind of just playing it to show you guys kind of what the gameplay is like and kind of what it consists of and what you're doing. You can, you know, take a look at your cards after it's all said and done. I didn't even really, I didn't do that well. I didn't even have any single Veil cards. But yeah, I mean, that should hopefully give you a gist of what the game's like. I mean, it's a fun game in my opinion. It's pretty good. It's not super expensive. If it's something you're interested in, I'll leave a link to the Steam page down below. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Palmer Deadbeat. Until next time.